to flip on his friends.
But, Glenn, isn't that turning on the white man?
You cannot name one person ever served 1 hour behind bars on account of me, so don't try to...
But, Glenn, did you turn on your own white people?
Did you squeal?
He did.
You squealed.
I just explained that. Go to my website.
All right. But you won't answer the question.
Hey, let me give my website so your people can learn exactly what.
But listen, if you're going to be I'll let you do that. But if you're going to be a United States Senator,
don't allow me to state my. You don't believe in free speech.
Sure, I do.
Well, let me say my website.
Go ahead.
govnn.com.
Well, there you go.
That's G as in golf, O-V as in Victor, N-N.com.
But, Glenn, if you're going to be a senator, you can't turn on your own white people and start being an
Yeah, when will you turn next? What do you take?
How can we be sure if we vote for you because we want a white man?
His own skin.
But let's say we buy into everything you're saying.
Well, you're a Jew. You have no interest in that anyway.
Well, let's just say my audience who are not Jewish.
You're Jew. It's none of your business.
All right. So how do we know you're not secretly Jewish? I believe you're a Jew. Miller is a Jew name.
I don't care what you think.
Miller is a Jewish name. You are a Jew.
You kidding?
I know it.
The word Miller comes from Muller, which is German.
Miller, that's right. And there's plenty of German Jews before Hitler, and I guarantee you're Jewish.
Jews who adopted German names to hide their goddamn...
How do we know you're not one of them?
I bet a bagel is in front of you right now.
With a schmear.
I bet you're having a schmear.
How much of your money you want to bet on it?
I bet you're eating a bagel, which is secret Jewish food. That's what I believe right now.
The neocons are Jews, according to Paul Finley.
All right, here's a couple of people who want to talk
to you. Also to Ron Paul. You know, Ron Paul names the neocon Jew leaders, and they just so happen to be almost all Jews.
All right, Joe is on the air. Joe, go ahead.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, man.
Long-time listener. I just want to say that this guy really making way more sense than I'd ever imagined.
You like him?
I can't believe it.
You like him?
Finally, a political discussion on this show you can get behind.
Yeah, finally, Joe's getting... So you like...
ready to go out and buy the book.
Joe, you like Glenn, and you're going to try and support him?
No, I got an open mind, and certainly I'm going to look into pretty much everything he says.
Glenn, you've won Joe over. Let's go.
You got the guy doing research.
He's a good man. He recognizes the truth when he hears it.
All right, let's go to Michael. Michael, you're on the air.
Did that guy just say this? Glenn was open-minded? Jesus. Look, I'm surprised he was able to drive to work this morning and not get hit by another car.
So, Michael, you don't...
Look, I don't understand. He sits there and says he's open-minded. But where did he learn everything? He read it from a book and just assumes it's the truth.
Well, listen, that's what most people
try DavidDuke.com.
Another website. That's the truth.
All right,
We're all humans, bro.
Hey, all right, let's move on. Bob Buistein is an angry Jewish man who wants to say something. Go ahead, Bob Buistein.
You are a fucking piece of shit.
Gee, I'm sorry you feel that way.
You fucking prick.
Oh.
You little piece of shit.
My feelings are terribly hurt.
Yeah, go take another hairbrush in your ass.
What?
I can't believe he gets upset if he's called names. You just turned on me. I'm not upset.
I now look at you and see you for the human piece of shit that you are.
All right. Thank you for the call. Let's go to
Glenn
Dave.
doesn't mind attacking, but he has to be attacked.
Good morning, Howard. This is Dave from APAC. I'm in the Atlanta office.
Yes.
Hey, listen, don't tell that moron you got on the phone, but we'll have the naked pictures of him with Natalie Portman and the other Jewish girls all photoshopped and sent out. We're planting the cocaine in his car right now. And
you're going to take care of him, huh?
These guys say they're going to plant cocaine in your car, Glenn.
And pictures of you with Jewish girls.
That's right. That'll ruin you.
That'll ruin my reputation, you realize.
Hey, Glenn, what about that? Have you ever made love to a Jewish woman?
Not knowingly.
Right. So
why can't you guys pick out the Jews? That's the one thing you hate them so much.
Yeah, Glenn.
Hey, why don't you guys, if you don't want to agree with me, why don't you debate me on VNNforum.com? I'll be glad to debate anybody one-on-one.
Glenn, you're way too smart for us.
And your audience can decide for themselves who wins the debate. I never lose because I always tell the truth and I know the facts.
Glenn, we couldn't handle a debate with you. You're way too smart.
We don't study this issue.
Yeah, you study it way more than we do. I don't think I could keep up with you. Once you hit Madagascar, I don't even know what you're fucking talking about. Let's go and see if there's anybody who can talk with you. Patrick, go ahead. Patrick, you're on the air in Boston.
Hey, this is actually Mel Gibson. I'm calling from L.A., and this guy's really making a lot of sense. I'm going to try to get in touch with him and support him out here as much as I can.
All right, thank you, Mr. Gibson.
Yeah, Mel Gibson. Hey, what was that he said? Jews cause all wars.
Right. Yeah, that's one of the things me and my father believe, and I think you're doing a good thing.
All right, there you go. Hey, Glenn, are there any Jews...
Hey, you know what Billy Graham said to Richard Nixon in 1972? Let me quote.
Go ahead.
Unless the Jewish stranglehold on the media is broken, this country is going down the drain. Nixon replied, oh, boy, I know, but we can never let them know we know.
Hey, Glenn.
Isn't that a hell of a revelation? You got the most powerful Protestant leader in the world and the President of the United States saying the Jews are destroying America, but they're too cowardly and fearful of the Jews to warn the American people or the United States Congress.
Glenn, in your lifetime, I imagine you've met some Jews face to face. Are there any Jews that you actually liked, I mean personally?
I never met one that wouldn't lie and steal.
I see.
Well, how come the Jews are so powerfully scary that the president and Billy Graham, who is a man of God, and if he's got God on his side, why wouldn't he be able to withstand any assault?
He's terrified of the power of the Jews.
Then he's not really believing in his God, is he?
Every politician is terrified of the Jews.
Hey, Glenn.
What
do you enjoy the movies, Glenn? Do you enjoy the movies of Steven Spielberg, or are you like so anti-Jewish you won't even go see his movies? Like, would you see E.T.? Do you enjoy it, or do you feel it's a Jew directed and screw it?
When anyone watches any movie on television, they should think this.
Go ahead.
All from the mind of the Jew.
So do you not watch television?
And therefore, I can never enjoy any Jewish movie.
Even American Idol you don't like? I mean, that's not...
I enjoy Mel Gibson's movie.
You like Mel Gibson?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I watched...
Passion of the Christ?
Yes. Did you?
I like the old cowboys and Indian movies before political correctness set in. You know what the definition
But Glenn...
Do you know what the definition of political correctness is?
What is it?
Kosher. Jewish approved.
What is your favorite? Let me understand how deep this whole thing goes, Glenn. So, like, if you see the movie, what was that movie? Jaws. You won't even watch that because it's a Jewish director, right?
Well,
I might have gotten you here.
You know the reason that movie was produced, in my calculation, in my judgment, was that so many white people left to go to the beach. You Jews don't like that.
The Jews do not like the beach.
Because there's not a lot of race mixing on beaches. And so that's
we got to stop that.
Therefore, you wanted to change the trend of American white people going to the beach a lot. So you created paranoia in the masses of white people with that movie, Jaws.
And now the beaches are empty.
I can't believe you figured that out. You know, why don't you move to Madagascar? There's no Jews there.
Fella.
I know. Hey, Glenn, why don't you move to Madagascar where there are no Jews?
And take a bunch of white people with you and keep the race alive.
Right.
I'm a little bit too old to move, to be honest.
All right, that's fair enough. All right, Glenn, I got to move along, but all right, give your website again, and we'll see what happens with your race for Senate. Go ahead.
It's GOV as in Victor, NN.com.
Oh, Woodye's on the phone. He's a Jewish director. Woodye. Hold on. Talk to him real quick. Go ahead, Woodye.
When will you stop bullshitting us with this nonsense?
Well, why don't you tell Joel Stein that? You know what he stated in the recent edition of the Los Angeles Times? Let me quote it for you.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Woodye, what do you want to say to Glenn? Go ahead and make your statement.
Get this fuckwad off the air.
All right. All right. Thank you.
I think I met some of those nice Jews.
How is Glenn doing in the polls, as a matter?
Yeah, Glenn, how are you doing in the polls? Do you have any kind of momentum going?
I don't put much faith in polls, to be honest with you.
Let me guess why, because the Jews run the polls.
Yeah, the Jews run the polls.
White people are so yellow and so afraid of offending political correctness, they don't tell pollsters the truth of what's in their mind.
Is there anything the Jews don't control? Like, is there anything pure?
Very little. Very little. White people are powerless, defenseless. We have no representation, no leaders. We cannot unite and organize. We're forbidden from doing